on Bigger Pockets, we're asked pretty often, well, what do you manage, right? What is the asset type? Do you do multifamily? Do you get into student rental? Are you just single family? So maybe we could answer that question, which you kind of already did, but the question is, what type of assets do you manage?
Yes. So most of a lot of single family and hundreds of clients that have one rental property. It could be an inheritance. It could be relocating and I need my home managed. The home that I used to live in, I'm moving and I need to find a firm that can handle that firm well. So yes, that's bread and butter to us. We know it very well. And we also handle the multifamily size that is less than the size where it's going to make a better financial investment to have an on-site manager like full-time. Mm-hmm. So TJ and I own, the largest building that we own is 13 apartments. 2 of those apartments are Airbnbs that we run to increase our returns. And some of those are A apartments, like fully renovated vault ceilings and all. And then we have some C's still in that building that have yet to be renovated. So it's where people live. It's singles. You'll hear the term row homes a lot, which is common in the Northeast. I know it's very common in Philadelphia. We handle condos. So the unit inside of an HOA or inside of a condominium association, we manage a lot of those. And those are really our niches and what we drill down in. And then we have clients that might have 50 single family houses that we manage, or they might have 5 duplexes and we handle it for them.
Which kind of ties into the next question. Our favorite question. What do you charge?
What do you charge? Okay. So we're going to demystify property management fees in another episode. I could talk for an hour about property management fees. So what we charge is hopefully enough money to run a successful and profitable business for ourselves, to provide the landlords and the tenant base with what they're looking for, the promise that they have in that lease. So the property management fees used to be pretty cut and dry, 10% across the board. And then everybody got real fancy and started to lower the fees and charge other fees. Right. And if anybody wants to reach out, I actually had to develop a calculator when I am working with a potential client and they're trying to compare ours versus somebody else's to demystify what everybody else is charging. So we have something called the Rentwell One Rate. And what we can do is quote our client a fixed price per month that includes tenant placement, lease renewals, maintenance coordination, and then all of the functions that go into the ongoing property management, like posting late notices, answering questions about the lease, answering questions about the ledger, and of course, all of the rent collection and the accounting and reporting. So that's something called our Rentwell One Rate. On average, a single family home that rents for up to $2,000 a month is $195 a month on that program. Then other programs, right? Like that program may not make sense if you have a duplex and the rents are $1,000 a month each. So we can quote the Rentwell One Rate, and then we can also quote the percentage rate and say what is included in that rate and what is not included in that rate. So there's a fixed rate, the Rentwell One Rate, and then there's a percentage based. Okay, then the third and final program is our new boss program, where we found that some landlords want us to collect the rent and handle all the accounting and all the reporting. They want us to be the front line so they can go on vacation and their tenants would call our property manager or go into our portal with any maintenance request. And then we diagnose the maintenance request over the phone or over the computer or over text message where they're front line. And then we distill that information down to the client. And then the client would then assign their own maintenance tech The client would post their own late notice if somebody fell behind, and the client would find their own tenant. So that's our lowest fee. That could be around 6%, right, of the rent. And we will be the front line. They remain the boss. We call that our boss program.
Love it. We're excited to offer that feature now. BOSS stands for Back Office Support Services, in case anybody's wondering how we came up with that.